Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another weekly vlog. This week, the goal, I like to set a goal for each weekly vlog and kind of like a theme that we're gonna embark on. I don't know, that we're just gonna kind of do throughout the week. So there's two things that I want to accomplish this week. One is getting rid of some books. And I know that sounds like the end of the world. She's getting rid of books. Y'all, if you were to see my shelves, you'd be like, yeah, you need more space because 2025 is right around the corner and there's so many new releases. And I just know that I'm going to be on a bit of a book buying ban in 2025, but new releases that I want to read are going to be an exception to the rule. So I need to make space. And I have room for 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe like 10 to 12 more books. But those books are already on my window box because they don't have a home. And I just have a lot of books that I need to donate and that I need to sell. And I have bags. I have 2 bags of probably like 30, 40 books. And then you can kind of see here, I have this tower of probably like it's got to be at least 25 books in that pile too. So there's at least 50 something books that I also just have sitting on my floor in my room, and I need to find new homes for them. So this week is going to be full of just bringing them to this place called Book Off, and it's like a pawn shop, but they have gaming stuff, they have used books. So I know they buy books. I'm going to call them in a little bit once they open and see what the deal is. I don't want to show up with like 10 books and then them be like, oh no, like we don't buy them. I know they do buy them, but maybe there's like certain times that they buy them. So I'm going to call them today and see what I can do about bringing them maybe like bit by bit each day this week. And then some that I have that maybe aren't in the greatest condition or that I just feel should go to a Little Free Library. I will put those in a Little Free Library as well. There's a couple of them around here that I really like and that I know get used. So we'll be definitely targeting those. But that's my one goal this week. My other goal this week is to finish 3 books. It should be doable. One of them's gonna get finished today, which is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. One of them should be finished either tomorrow or Wednesday, and that is June 1st by Jennifer Hartman. And then the third book, I haven't decided yet what I want to start and finish. Probably a shorter one. I'm thinking maybe the Cinnamon Roll Bookshop, or what else is on my TBR this month? I think there's some other short ones that are good to start and finish in a week. So I'll have to look. I want to get the shorter ones out of the way first because my TBR this month is full of longer books and I just want to get those done. I have to get to work in a couple minutes, so I'll see you all later on my break. It's officially that time of year where 6 o'clock and 6:30 and even 5 o'clock look like 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. It was pitch black at 5 o'clock before and it's throwing my whole day off. I was like, did I just work really late? And I was like, no, it's literally just 5 o'clock. I'm so cold. I need to take a sweltering hot shower. I have been working on organizing my phone because digitally I just feel very chaotic. And so far I don't have much, but I'm getting somewhere. So when I open my phone, this is what I see. So I have this widget, then I have my calendar, then I have my steps, and then just like some productive apps here that I use all the time. So like my app that controls my desk lights, which is what I have on right now, Spotify, Google Maps, and Notion Calendar. And then I have Google Calendar up here. They're basically interconnected, but Notion Calendar doesn't also have my tasks. So if I want to see like my tasks and events, that's why I have Google Calendar. Then I discovered that, you know, when you swipe, so you start on the left and you go to the right, and there's that screen that just has a bunch of, like, to me it was random widgets, and I was like, this isn't useful, like I never look at this. So turns out that page is fully customizable. Fun fact. So I'm going to cover this bottom part here, but now you can see like my calendar, my screen time, the weather in my area, and the bottom is my emails, but I'm covering that so y'all can't see that. But also the screen's really bright, so you're not gonna be able to see anything anyway. Actually I can show you now because I hid the important emails. But that's what my other screen's looking like. And this is just as soon as I open my phone, I still have to organize the bottom, and I'm working on this second page here, which is all socials and book apps. And then I have this Google widget because I'm always Googling things, and my Notion widget here just for quick access. It's also a one of those stacks, so it's got like the Notes app here. And on this, is it this screen? This screen with my screen time, this is also one of those stacked widgets where it's my sleep, batteries, and then screen time. It's a little phone tour for what I have going so far. Still a lot of work to be done. I think it'll help me feel a little bit more organized. I also have to go through my pictures. That's gonna be like, that's gonna be terrible. There's over 30,000 items to go through. And I'm not looking forward to that, but it needs to be done. Like, why do I still have pictures from like 2019 that I haven't looked at? Anything I haven't looked at, why do I still have it? There's sometimes where I'll go back to older pictures if it's like a memory or a trip. Like, obviously I'll keep those, but screenshots, random screenshots, like I literally just said, I don't know, just like older stuff, duplicates of pictures. I'm wanting to take like a bunch of pictures at once, so I don't need all those. There's just a lot to get rid of and clean out in my Apple ecosystem because I've had an iPhone for a while, so it's time. It's time to clean it up. Because if I keep pushing it off, it's just gonna keep accumulating. All right, I'm gonna go shower and try to warm up. My hands are so cold. Normally I'm not cold, but I think it's just from going for a walk. My hands are just so cold. And I'll see you guys later when I'm reading and watching the Knicks game. The Knicks start in 30 minutes. So I'm gonna shower, and I'm gonna probably go to Dan's house. So if I don't see you guys there, I'll see you in the morning. And we'll chit chat about a reading update, hopefully. I should have a reading update by then because I just started All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whittaker. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm only like 20% in. But this is a thick book. For a thriller, it should not be this thick. So I've read this little section, and I have this whole section to go. It makes me nervous. But I did get 100 pages of this in today, so I should be wrapping it up by the end of the week if I stick on this 100-page a day routine that I have going on. And then I have not read anything else. Oh, I finished The Housemaid. Did we talk about that? Yeah, I think we definitely didn't talk about it. I've been meaning to talk about it. So we still have to talk about The Housemaid too, which I'm just gonna do in the morning because I am so cold. I'm so cold, and we'll sit down in the morning and chat, do a good in-depth book update, and just kick off the week strong, do a little more organizing digitally, and yeah, that's it. Okay, I'll see you later. Happy Tuesday, you guys. I hope you're all having a great day so far. I got a late start today, which is why I didn't vlog anything this morning. I literally rolled out of bed and was like, yeah, work is a thing. So I kind of just jumped right into it and didn't have a mean morning. We need to have a chat about books. Hello. So I am 25% through All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whittaker. So far, this book, I don't know, it's good. It might just be too early for me to have a strong opinion of it, but I'm not obsessed. I'm not loving it. Like, for people to say that it was a 6-star read for them, I don't see that just yet. But I'm only 25% in, so maybe it is too early. I think just if you're looking to read this book, if it's on your TBR, if you just started it, don't go into it with the mindset that it is a thriller. Because yeah, like there's some mysteries, there's some thriller aspects, but this brings on like just fiction. Like, I would go into this with the thought of like, okay, this is a long fiction book with some thriller, psychological aspects put into it. I wouldn't go into it with the mindset of like, oh, this is a thriller. Like, I just read The Housemaid. That's a thriller. That was so good, and we're going to talk about that next. But again, coming off of that thriller high, going into All the Colors of the Dark, I was like, oh, this is slow. There's not a lot going on. Like, there's things going on, and I don't know also if it's the narrator. I think it's November and the ice cream truck is out. I swear. It's because it's 70 degrees. And the kids are home today. So, it's election day also. It's November 5th. Yeah, today's the 5th. So the kids are home today. Especially on my block. We have a lot of kids on my block. And the surrounding area, actually, there's a lot of kids. Ice cream man, can't get distracted. It's election day. What was I saying? Oh my goodness, now I lost my train of thought. That's so embarrassing. Just kidding, it's really not. I got distracted, it happens. Alright, let me just think. Okay, so All the Colors of the Dark. I got it now, it's coming back. For this to be a thriller, it doesn't need to be this long. I think it's over 500 pages. I have the book behind me, but I can just check my Goodreads real quick. Also, another thing to note, which maybe is why it's feeling longer, is that each chapter is literally only a page, or 2 pages, or 3 pages. It's nothing more than like a handful of pages. I'm on chapter like 60 something, and it's 608 pages. Yeah, I'm on chapter like 68 or something like that, and I'm only 25% in. And there's over 200, I think there's 261 chapters. It's a lot. Yeah, so that's just my warning. If you're looking to read this, don't go into the mindset that you're getting like a Frida McFadden or you're getting a Riley Sager. Because even like Middle of the Night by Riley Sager, like that's a pretty decent sized book. Like, it was brinking on 400 pages, but that had my attention the whole time. This I'm listening to, oh, that's what I was saying before. Okay, I'm listening to the audiobook on Spotify. I needed an audiobook to listen to, and it was either this or the book club book, and I was not home at the time, so I didn't want to start the book club book because I'm making a whole separate reading vlog for that. That's where I was. So I think the narrator, if I'm remembering correctly, is the same narrator from A Little Life, or he just sounds very similar to the narrator from A Little Life. And I think that's why I had to put A Little Life down, at least for the audio, because I couldn't stand a narrator. I just found that he was a little boring. And it's the same vibe with this one. The narrator's just a little boring. Like with The Housemaid, the narrator really got into it, and I don't know. Maybe it's the narrator. Maybe I just need to go back to eyeball reading this, but I have more time this week to listen to audiobooks. So that's why I started the audiobook for it. So I will keep you posted on my thoughts throughout the week. I will hopefully finish it by the end of the week and give you guys like my review at the end of this vlog. And I also did finish The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, which was my work book club pick, and it was 5 stars. I haven't rated a thriller 5 stars in a long time. I don't even think Middle of the Night was a 5 stars, and I loved Middle of the Night. So The Housemaid, if you haven't read it, I feel like this is one of those books that I am the last person to read. It follows Millie, Nina, what's the husband's name? Andy? Our girl Millie. She is looking for a job, and I'm gonna not spoil this, so it's just gonna be a very overview, vague plot. Our girl Millie, she's looking for a job. She's had some issues in the past, and she sees this job listing to be sort of like an in-house nanny housemaid. Basically, that's where the title comes from. She applies, she ends up eventually getting the job, and then she is in this house, and the woman Nina that she's working for is like just causing a ruckus. Like, she's hard to work for. She leaves the house a mess. She is very particular. This book in a nutshell is like gaslighting at its finest, which I thought was so funny. So it eventually gets to a point where Millie can't take working for this woman anymore, and she's just like kind of over it. But then the point of view switches and we see into Nina's mind and why she was doing the things that she was doing in the house, and how there was this whole backstory, and it was just a great thriller. Please read it if you haven't already read it. I think there's a book 2. There's a novella and a book 2, or is it book 2 and book 3? I don't know, but I know I'm gonna be continuing on in this series because I need to know. I need to know what happens. I need to know more about Andrew. I think that was his name. I think it was Andrew. It might not be, because I think Andrew is in June 1st. I don't remember. Oh well. I need to know more about him. I need to know more about Millie. What happens to her next? Does she like just what, like, I need more. So, and that thriller is all of like 325 pages, and that is a good thriller length. Anything more than like 350 for a thriller, I start to maybe not on that, maybe not. So that's the reading update. June 1st, I literally have like an hour left of it. I just need an hour today to finish it. So I can check that off and be done. That one's really good too. I think that one's gonna be 4.5 stars. It's a bit long also, but I feel like Jennifer Hartman, she can justify almost 500 pages. Because the stories read like a movie, and it's great. Her books are so good. They're dark. Check your trigger warnings. Please check your trigger warnings on those. That's the reading update. I am working today. There's this really weird ad. I don't know what that is. I don't know what any of these are. There's a really weird ads on my Goodreads for Etsy. I'm gonna kind of just like X that out. Yeah, there we go. They need to filter through their ads. It's funny because I do that in work. For work. I'm working today, like I just said. I have a nail appointment later, so the Mickey Ghost Snack nails will be no more. I think I'm just gonna do like a dark brown. I don't know. I gotta do something for the fall, so I'm thinking a dark brown. I'm thinking about streaming tonight too, but I don't know, because I think people are more stressed and paying more attention to the polls and the election. So part of me is like, do I create like a little safety space for people that just want to like chill and relax and they can come hang out on stream? Or do I just stream tomorrow and not be bothered with social media today because nobody's going to be on? So I'm still kind of mulling it over. I think that's all the updates now. I think we went over everything. Reading update. It's Tuesday, working. I picked up Dunkin', of course. Got a peppermint mocha today. Iced coffee with almond milk. I also did descale my Nespresso, but it's saying it needs to still be descaled. So I don't know, I guess I did something wrong. So I have to figure that out. So it's not blinking orange at me. But my coffee, like the little cup that I had earlier, did taste better. So I know it's clean. I just don't know why it's still blinking orange. I'll figure that out tonight. I am going to get back to work and stop getting distracted. If you see me looking around, it's because I get distracted. I will see you guys later at my nail appointment. Hello, friends. I got my nails done. They're like I don't know, they look brown, but they're purple, like muted. I don't know what color they actually are, but I thought it was cute for fall. So I picked it. Also, this light, I turned it on to keep me up while I read, but it's so bright in the videos. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I have to do something about that. I will be back. Now that it's not on me, it's shining up. I also can't see because I looked right into the light. It was really bright. On my way home from the nail appointment, my car decided to take me to the library. It's my car's fault, not mine. I was only going to get one book. I walked out of there with 5. I don't know how this happened. I just happened to be browsing the new releases shelf, and I said, oh, there's one I've been wanting to read. Oh, there's another one I want to read. Oh, I was gonna buy that one. Let me just get it from the library. And then next thing I knew, I had 3. And then I had to check what's called Pequa Picks shelf. I think that was the shelf. Or it's just this like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna knock these lights over. This fantasy shelf, strictly just fantasy, but like popular fantasy books that have been going around right now. Found another one there that looked good, and it was like endorsed, or you know, the blurbs. Rebecca Yarros, George R.R. Martin, Victor Laval, which I don't know who that is, but he literally said, I could not stop reading, just pick it up and lose yourself inside these pages. I had to pick it up. And I think there's one more that I really liked. Oh, it's a trilogy also. And it's a King Arthur retelling, which I thought was pretty cool. So I have a book haul. We love a library book haul, and I can actually say that like I will save money this month reading these books because I don't own any of them. Correct, I don't own any of them. So this is the first one I picked up. This was on a fantasy shelf. It's The Bright Sword by Lev Grossman. I've never seen this book before, but my library had 3 copies of it. So maybe it's like one of their book club picks, and which I'm kind of like bitter about because they have plenty of book clubs, but they're all during the day at like 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Like, but guys, what about those of us that work? Like, I don't want to do a virtual book club. I want to like be in person. So I picked this one up. And if it is a book club book at my library, I'll just read it on my own. It looks really good. And the fact that it's a trilogy has me very excited. So hopefully it's good. Fingers crossed. The next one I picked up is the newest Tessa Bailey book, The Au Pair Affair. I did not even, like, it didn't cross my mind to ever actually pick this book up, but it's a hockey romance, and I've been wanting to read it. I just wasn't going to buy it, because I have like a love-hate relationship with Miss Tessa. I do like most of her books, but there's some books that I'm like, maybe not. So I'm hoping this is one that I end up loving, and if I do end up loving it, I'll end up buying it. But I wanted to get it from the library to do a trial run with it. Then I totally forgot about this book, and I totally forgot that I think there's a book 2, and there's also this little holiday novella that's literally so cute. Is it 100 pages? I don't even think it's 100 pages. It's just over 100 pages. It's 107 pages. This is literally a one-sitting book. It is Heart of the Maid by Nina Prose. This one is The Mistletoe Mystery. It's a maid novella. So I'm going to read this one, and I think I'm going to pick up the second book, which I'm excited for, because I read The Maid in 2022, I think 2022, or early 2023. I don't remember, but I did enjoy it. I thought it was good, so might as well continue on with that series, now that it is a series. The next one I picked up is The Wedding People by Alison Espach. Hopefully that's pronouncing it right. You've all definitely seen this cover. People have recreated this cover. I almost did buy this actually at multiple different bookstores and then just never did. I don't know why, but now I will read it. And I think I have it on hold actually with Libby, like the audiobook of it. But now that I have this one, I will end up starting it. And the last book, which is the book I went there for, because I'm going to be doing a video soon on books, like my friends and people in my immediate circle, like their favorite books, and I'm going to read those books. So I have 2 so far. I just need to confirm one more. I'm probably going to do 2 to 3 books for that video. 11/22/63 by Stephen King. It's almost, I think it's just over 800 pages, and it's scary. Like, page number wise, it's scary. But I don't think it is like a scary book. It's almost 850 pages, my gosh. Wee. It's very floppy though. have read Stephen King before, so I am not new. This is not my first Stephen King. This is only my second Stephen King, though. I did read Fairy Tale, and I really enjoyed Fairy Tale. I gave it, I think, either 4.5 or 5 stars. But the person that recommended 11/22/63 to me, they said I will not be able to put this down. So I am very excited for it. I'm going to start it this month because it's only appropriate since it's in the title, November, hello. And I do love a good historical fiction, historical thriller. I think that's what this brinks on. So, alright, and I'm really intrigued by the cover. Like, I love the newspaper article cover that we have going on. I'm very intrigued. I'm not even going to start opening it because once I open it and I start reading it, I know I'm just going to not be able to put it down. So that's my library book haul. I just sat down after getting my nails done and going to the library with some Ralph's. I bought a big tub of it the other day, so I put it in these little cups. So I'm going to eat some Ralph's. I'm going to finish June 1st. Finally, finish June 1st. I have like 20 minutes left of the book. I was reading it while I was waiting for my nail appointment to start. And then I started speed reading it because I was like, oh, maybe I could finish it before my appointment starts. And I wasn't able to do that. But I have like 20 minutes left of it, so I'm going to finish it. And then I think I'm going to start Belladonna or The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I don't know which one I want to start. I think I'm going to start Belladonna. I don't really feel like reading Addie LaRue right now because, is it Addie LaRue or Addie LaRue? I don't even know. I don't really feel like reading that right now because then I have to start, I need a fidget, something to play with. Then I have to start a whole nother video. I don't really feel like starting a whole video right now. It's just after 8:30 and my hair is a mess and I'm a little tired, so I don't feel like starting a whole video. I think I'm just gonna pick up Belladonna, incorporate that into this week's reading vlog, and then start Addie LaRue maybe Thursday. I need to get going on it though because it's almost time to start picking a new book club pick already. Somehow already it's almost time to start a new book club book. I feel like we just started The Invisible Life. Unless that notification that I got is from my work book club. Which could be. It could be. I have to check Fable. How are you guys liking Fable, by the way? Let me know in the comments below because I personally love Fable and I'm thinking about making the switch from Goodreads to Fable, or I don't know, because now it's like 3 different places I have to update books between Storygraph, Goodreads, and Fable. So I was thinking maybe of axing Goodreads, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, especially for 2025. I just want to narrow it down to 2. I'm not going to read a Storygraph. So it's like, do I keep updating 3? Do I just axe 1 and make it 2? I just like how Fable is a one-stop shop for all things book club, reading updates. It has the social aspect to it. It has streaks. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you're using to track your books. Whether you're using just Fable, Goodreads and Fable, Storygraph and Fable, like what combination of things are you using, if anything, to track your books? I do think I'm going to end up axing Goodreads. I don't know. I have to think about it. But I do really like Fable, so I want to know what you guys think of Fable. And what you think of the interface and all of the things with it. I'm going to eat this ice cream and finish this book. I think tomorrow I will have a better update of all the colors of the dark. I'm like 35, I think, % into it. I don't know about this one, guys. I really don't. I'm gonna hopefully see it through because I want to know why people are giving it 6 stars. To me right now, it's just like a 3, honestly. I think I know I said this earlier in the vlog, but the choppiness of having such short chapters is kind of annoying and it breaks the story up a little too much for me. And there's just a lot going on. And I'm kind of lost, but I'm hoping the lostness, it helps me find what's going on in the plot eventually. That's what I'm hoping for. So that's the update. I've got to 30, I think it's 35%. I'm not sure. But even still, 35%, I think I'm on like chapter 80 something. Imagine that, 80 something chapters and I'm only on 30 something percent. I'm listening to the audiobook and my phone is somewhere. I think I'm on chapter 83. Like that's a chapter. That's a chapter. That's what I mean, like when the chapters are really short. Let's say I'm even on chapter 84. That's 200 pages. So that's what I've read. Oops. That's what I've read. And this is still what I have to read. Yeah, guys, I don't know about this one, but stay tuned. I should definitely have this one finished by the end of the vlog. Whether I DNF it or not, that's another story. All right, I need to eat this. I need to read. I need to finish this book, and I will give you my overall thoughts on June 1st tomorrow morning. Hi friends, happy Wednesday. It's kind of hard to come vlog today, if I'm being honest. It's the day after Election Day. Emotions are just really high, especially on Instagram, and just trying to find positives and light in anything, honestly. Yeah, it just like feels not right to come vlog and give you guys like this great update on what's going on for the day, and knowing there's other like bigger problems going on. But I wanted to come on nonetheless to share that because I think it's valid. I think other people feel the same way, and it's just unfortunate that when you don't have the words, you're expected to have the words, especially as somebody that has a platform. I'm supposed to say something. But I've never been one that's quick to speak. I was just reading in James this morning, and if you're new here, I know I've gained like 100 or so subscribers in the last week. I take my faith very seriously. I take my walk with the Lord very seriously, and there's no place for hatred, malice. None of that flies here. Nonetheless, I was doing a Bible study this morning and reading in James. Where's my phone? I want to actually like read to you guys what I read. It's James chapter 1, verses 19 to 21, I think I was in. And it was just those 3 verses, but I think it's so appropriate for today. And it says, "Know this, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger, for the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. Therefore put away all filthiness and rampant wickedness, receive with meekness the implanted word, which is able to save your souls." So I just thought it was so fitting to read that this morning with today being today, and I was just like, dang. You know, I've never been one that's quick to speak. I've always taken my time to listen, process, and then have a response. So it's just a reminder today that, you know, no matter how you voted, you still got out there and voted. That's like the number one thing. You still got out there, you still did your duty. Number 2, you still have to love people. This is going to cause a lot of division, and it's unfortunate that it's causing so much division and strife and malice and just a lot of heightened emotions, a lot of anxiety. But we still have to love our neighbors because Jesus loved all people and Jesus died for all people. So that's my, that's what I have to say. Those are the words that I have for right now. I don't have many more than that. So I'm just carrying on today, taking time for myself. I actually will be taking the rest of the week off of Instagram. We'll see how long that lasts for. I might post like a story here and there, but it just doesn't feel right to go post a book review or like go post a Kindle update when there's a bunch of other stuff going on. But I'm not letting that steal my joy. I still have the joy of the Lord. I hope that encourages at least one person that you're here watching this. I hope that encourages you. So I don't have anything else to say. I'm not even going to try to come up with something else to say. I'm just going to not say anything and go for a walk. Just keep busy. Just stay off of social media. I'm gonna listen to my audiobook. At least I think I'm gonna listen to my audiobook. Dan might come with me. So I'm gonna see what he's doing. See if he wants to come. And we'll just go for a walk together. That'll be my lunch break. And then I have to get back to work. Still have work today. The show must go on. It's showbiz. Show must go on. So I'll see you all later. And maybe I'll have a reading update for later. We'll just chat about it on here. Because I did start a new book last night. And I'm already 2.5 chapters into it this morning. So, all right, let's go get outside. Let's go touch some grass. Let's find joy. Let's go. Oh, let me mute that. Hold on. Hello, friends. I am in much lighter, I wouldn't say much, but I am in lighter spirits today compared to yesterday. So, I am happy to be on here. I'm happy to be vlogging. All positive. We're going to be positive. And we're going to trudge on. So, I am working this morning. It's 9:30. And, oh my goodness. I slept in today after just the insanity that was yesterday on my brain. I'm a little behind as far as things go for today. But I'm definitely behind on things. I've been using Google Calendar, which is what I'm hyper focused on right now. It's really been helpful to track everything that I'm doing instead of using like a digital planner. And while a digital planner would be great, it would be basically the same thing. I like that Google Calendar basically locks up my whole screen when there's a reminder and it says, hey, like you have to do this now. I could snooze it obviously, but it just helps me visualize with color. I think that's the big thing for me with color tasks. I have literally calendars for everything. I will not be going to the gym today, so I'm gonna cross that out. Oh my goodness. I'm losing my train of thought because now I'm moving things around because I'm running late today. So just trying to keep up. So I've been loving Google Calendar. I'm using tasks and events to track everything. So you're probably wondering, okay, like what's the difference for you between a task and an event? Like, and is an event like an actual like event? I've been using events as, yeah, see now Google Calendar's going off on everything. Events for me are like breakfast, obviously a meeting that I have for the work day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, like those are events because those are things that I'm actually sitting to do and not just like take your supplements. Like that's not an event, that's a task for me. Or fill the water bottle. Like I'm so behind. Like this thing is still full and I'm supposed to be done with it by now. That's how I've kind of been organizing things and I've noticed this week it's definitely been actually very helpful. So I'm gonna try to keep up with it. And I like seeing the week view with the time. Like that's really good for me too. So trying it out. I tried it out starting on Monday and today's Thursday and I've still done it. And I have the tab open like on my computer and also it's a system that works between Windows and Mac. That's been my struggle because for work, I use Windows. For personal, I use Mac. As much as I would love to use Windows for personal, I don't have the money to drop on a gaming computer right now. And I want to be gaming on a computer, not just on my Switch. I'm using Mac right now. And Miss Mac is actually like, she's getting kind of old. Kind of old in the tech world. She's 3, no. She's gonna be 3. She's gonna be 3 in March. I think. I'm trying to remember because I had a Mac Mini and then I think I sold it. And then I got this one because it had a new chip. And I got this one when it just came out. I could just check. This is probably information you guys don't really care about. But I used to post like Apple unboxings on here. So some of my subscribers might still be from when I did like a lot of Apple stuff. Oh, so this is, what did was it a keyboard and mouse? I thought I sold a Mac Mini to Jessley's sister. And Jessley's one of my close friends if you guys aren't like aware. I don't think I've talked about her on here, but we do be very close. So I have the M1 chip, which is 2020. So that means this Mac is 4 years old, brinking on 5. I've actually, it's kind of like sad, but it's very true. I've never had an Apple product for this long. I'm usually one to trade it in to get the new one because I use my technology like all day, every day. I notice that it slows down a little bit faster. And I've always just thought that I had the money to trade it in and get the newest thing. Which, in hindsight, probably shouldn't have done that, but you live and you learn. Speaking of old tech, my phone is officially 2 years old, and I was throwing a little temper tantrum the other day because I realized that my phone is officially too old to get the newest Apple Intelligence technology, which is very surprising because, again, this is 2 years old. Literally 2 years old, and it's not going to get the newest Apple Intelligence technology, so that's a bit of a bummer, but I'm not trading my phone in anytime soon. It's not a need. It's definitely not a need. It's more of just like a low priority want. My phone's fine aside from the battery life that's kind of stinky, but I don't need to trade it in. Where did this like come from? Where is it going? Oh, I guess because I started with Google Calendar. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. I hope you're reading some books, some good books. I am on chapter 4 of Belladonna, and it's definitely an interesting plot. Like, she can't die, and death kind of follows her around. It's kind of interesting, kind of weird, kind of cool. I'm definitely, because this is a series, so I'm definitely curious to see like what kind of fantasy, like what other fantasy aspects we're gonna get. Are we gonna get like, are they gonna be games? Is there gonna be like trials? You know, like what is gonna happen here? Because right now it doesn't seem like I really know where this book is gonna go. And then I'm also ranking on 50% in All the Colors of the Dark. I'm still torn about it. I still don't know how I feel about it, and I kind of just want to know the ending. Honestly, I kind of just want to know the ending and figure out why this book is 6 stars for some people, but I can also see why it's like 2 to 3. So I guess I'll just have to wait and find out. I am going to see this book through. As much as I want to DNF it and get on with it and do some other books, I do want to see it through just to see what the hype around it is. I know I'm not going to get these 15 hours of my life back, but it's okay. I'm committed to the purpose, and I'm committed to the mission. But on that note, I am going to start to get ready to go work at a coffee shop today because I need to get out of the house. I just need to be somewhere else today, and nothing against like being home, working from home. I just feel like today I need human interaction. So I'm going to go work at the coffee shop that my sister works at and get a peppermint mocha. I'm very excited for that. And I'm going to get like either a small or medium because Starbucks just came out with their holiday flavors too. And I do want a sugar cookie iced coffee at some point today. I think tonight before Bible study I want to stop and get one. That would be great. So, alright, let's go get ready. That was kind of weird that how I said that. It was kind of funny. So, yeah, let's go get ready like I'm supposed to be doing. And I will see you guys when we get to the coffee shop. Hi friends, I don't know if I came on here yesterday. I don't remember, but it's Friday and I am going to go work at a coffee shop again because I've been liking, even though I don't like spending the money, I've been really liking just getting out of the house in the morning instead of being home. It does have me working on 1 monitor versus 2, but I kind of strategize what I'm working on so that I don't need the second monitor until like the afternoon when I get home, or if I can manage with 1 monitor, I just kind of manage to get it done. Like I said, it's Friday, so it's the weekend, and I do have work all day today. I have a lot of work to do today, actually. A lot of stuff to get ahead on and just get done. What else? I have to edit today at some point. I don't think I'm gonna have time to edit today. Today's such a busy day, so I have work today. I'm going to a Sweet 16 tonight, and I haven't been to a Sweet 16 since, I don't know. It's been a very long time since I went to a Sweet 16. So that should be interesting and fun. It's gonna be a good time. I still have to plan my day. I slept in majorly today. Like, I kid you not, I got up at 8:15 to start work at 8:30. I also went to bed at like 11:20 last night. So I did get 9 hours of sleep, but it was like broken sleep between 5 and 8. So I really should have just, you know, when you get up and it's like 10 minutes before your first alarm and then you're like, I'll just go back to bed and I'll set a later alarm. I should have just stayed up with the first, like, I literally woke up 10 minutes before my first alarm. I should have just stayed up because now I'm actually feeling like really tired. Like almost too much sleep. You know when you get too much sleep and you can't get going? That's how I feel right now. I can't get going. Thankfully it's Friday. What else? What other updates do I have for you? I don't really have any reading updates, honestly. I'm 50% through All the Colors of the Dark, and I think we talked about this yesterday. I'm having like deja vu about it. Maybe we did. I'm 50% through All the Colors of the Dark. I just want to finish it at this point. I still am not a fan of the choppiness of it, and I wish the chapters were longer. I wish like 3 chapters were 1 chapter. And I'm almost 10% into Belladonna, which is very fun. I like this book. I'm tempted to get the audiobook of it because I have a bunch of Audible credits saved up. So I'm thinking of just getting the audio. But then if I get the audio, I know I'm going to ditch All the Colors of the Dark. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to just do 1 audiobook at a time. I need to get going and go work. I think Bethany and I are recording the podcast today. I have to text her and make sure that we are. So I'll see you guys at the coffee shop and later when we record. And then hopefully later tonight at some point. But no promises about tonight. Definitely at the coffee shop. Definitely this afternoon. Not sure about tonight. But if not, I will see you all. This is really bright. Okay, it's that time of day where I cannot escape the sun. I am not in the sun, but I can tell I can't see my camera screen, and if I just move like right here, I can be blinded. So good morning. Good morning. It is 8 o'clock on today's Saturday. This has been a terrible week for the vlog, guys. I am so sorry. I feel like all I've done is just say like, hi, it's the next day, and like blah, 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 blah. I haven't really shown you anything this week. It's just been an off week, guys. It's been really off, and between everything going on this week, or that happened already this week, and the weather, it can't decide like if it wants to be fall, spring, or summer. We've had days of like 70, 75 where I had contemplated wearing shorts, and days of like 50s, 60s, and then the night drops to like 35. And I don't know if you guys can tell, if you're new, you're not gonna be able to tell, but I am definitely coming down with something. I think I'm getting cold. It might be seasonal allergies, it might be a cold. It's too early to tell, but my body is fighting it, like with everything it's got. And I can tell that because I'm congested. I feel like there's something like mucus or whatever. This might be TMI for you guys. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I'm just open about these things. It feels like something's at the back of my throat and it won't go away. I've also been like pretty tired this week, but I kind of amounted it to daylight savings because we got the extra hour and my body's just not like catching up with that. So I'm just really hoping and praying that I am not actually getting sick, because my track record for this year has just been sickness. But I've been taking my vitamins, I've been taking my supplements, I've been being more active, getting out of the house to build up my immune system. So I think it's just going to be seasonal allergies, maybe? I hope. Fingers crossed. Hopes and prayers. Yeah, so this week has just been not the greatest week for the vlog. I actually contemplated not even posting this vlog and kind of just like, oh my goodness, there's something in my eye. And just kind of like scrapping it. But I'm super transparent on here, and I would rather show you guys that like not every week is going to be a great week. Not every week is going to be a big reading week, and that's okay. And I take pride in my channel knowing that I'm posting authenticity and not hiding that from y'all. So that's the update. Like I said, it's Saturday, so this is actually going to be the last day of the vlog. I don't have much of a reading update for you guys because I really didn't read too much this week. I think I just made it to 10% in Belladonna. I've been reading it on the new Kindle, and I put this magnetic, this is my page clicker, but I put this magnetic circle on the back of it, and I ordered a MagSafe pop socket, so it just clamps on. Look how fun that is. This was like my little bit of happiness for the week. It's iced coffee. I don't know if you guys can see it with it. It's so bright. Oh my gosh. I wish I had a camera that I could adjust like the brightness, but I can't. It's all auto. So I did the MagSafe specifically so I can swap it out because ooh, yikes. I don't know how I want to decorate this yet. I don't know if I want to put an insert or if I want to do a skin. I haven't decided. And if I decide that I want to do an insert that's like more busy, I have this pop socket. It's just like white and it's got little flowers on it. You're definitely not gonna, it's gonna get so washed out. But if anything, I can just put that one on. So that's the joy of the MagSafe aspect. You can just swap out your pop sockets. So fun fact for the Kindle, if you're somebody that can't commit, I would say I highly recommend just getting the MagSafe circle and then swapping out all your pop sockets. That was a little aggressive that I just threw that. Like I said, I'm 10% into Belladonna. I haven't really read this week. I'm like 60% into All the Colors of the Dark. And I haven't read it yet today. I haven't done any reading yet today. I just did my Bible study. Get that out of the way so that way I can read the rest of the day if I choose to. So I am 65% into All the Colors of the Dark. It's still sitting at honestly like a 3 stars for me. Oh goodness guys, the sun. I'm going to try to end this because now I'm not going to be able to hide very much longer. I am 65% into it. It's still a 3 stars. I can't stand the choppiness of it. I think it's not helping me comprehend what's going on because every chapter I said is like 1 to 3 pages and it jumps. Like the timeline jumps with those, like it jumps around. So I'm just not loving that. It's not great for me. I hope the ending is phenomenal. So that's why I'm seeing it through, because that's what everybody had said. That was like, oh my goodness, this book is great. And that's why I refused to DNF it. I'm being a little stubborn on this one, because I want to see what people are saying about the ending, and if it's really gonna like bump the star rating up or not. So I'm looking, I have like 5 hours left of it. So I'm thinking I'll listen to about 2 hours of it today, maybe 2.5 hours, and then finish it tomorrow. I think that's going to be the plan. I would really like to get to about 25 to 30% in Belladonna today too, because now with this, like the beginning was great. I was really into it, but I've only been reading like maybe 2 to 3, maybe 5 pages a day, and now to me it's feeling like, okay, this is slow. But I know this is not slow. This is actually faster pace, and I just need to read a good chunk of it. I was going to go to the library today, but because I'm not feeling great, I think I'm just gonna stay home. Maybe organize some books. My library books are splayed out. Splayed? I don't know. They're just all over the place. So I want to organize my books. I also want to, I don't know, I've listed a lot of my books on Pengo. So I want to maybe update my Pengo so that way it's seeing that the store is active, because I need to make some money and sell some books to make space for new books. And I don't really feel comfortable posting them on my Instagram right now because of everything going on. The last thing I want to do is post like, hey, I have a business, buy my stuff. Like, nobody needs that right now. And that's why I'm kind of happy. I don't think I've ever actually talked about it on here. I am closing down the business that I run a small business. I haven't really spoken too much about it on Instagram. I am still trying to sell the stuff, but I will be not having like an official business. It's just too much. um, I'm the type of person that has to always do something new, and I think it speaks a little bit to the undiagnosed like ADHD that I am convinced that I have, because I'm always trying to do something new, and I never really like just sit with something for a long period of time. And part of me feels like this business was like the itch that I needed to scratch with trying something new. And I did it. I did it for just over 2 years, and it's at the point now where the business, and I'm not saying this for you guys to like go run and buy things, like I'm not saying that right now, I'm just letting you know like what's going on. It's at the point right now where I am not making enough money to support the business, like with just business money. And I've always said from the beginning, like if it ever came to a point where I had to start dumping my own money into the business, like that was it, game over. So now we're at that point where I've dumped a lot of my own personal money into the business. So it's just not worth it financially for me to keep it going. I think what I'm gonna just do is have like the Etsy store and my website. You guys can still shop that, but it's not gonna be an official LLC with New York State type of business. I'm hoping to do like an inventory clean out sale, maybe I was gonna say in November, but we're already in November. In sometime this month and December, because a lot of the struggle too is I have so many ideas for new products, new apparel. We just designed some new cups, so I have to make those cups. Maybe I'll do that today. That's a good idea. I'll do that today. Especially new apparel, but I can't bring the new apparel in until I sell the rest of the inventory of the old apparel. So yeah, I'm kind of at this like standstill where I want to do something but I can't because I have other things, and it's just a blocker. So okay, I think we've talked for like 11 minutes. I'm trying to see, I don't have my glasses on so I can't see the screen very well. I think it's 11 minutes. I'm gonna try to be more active with vlogging today for you guys, even though I don't feel the greatest, but I will feel better doing the things that I enjoy, and vlogging is one of the things that I enjoy. So let's see, I have to leave in about 20 minutes. Do I want Dunkin'? It's the question of the day. Do I want Dunkin'? I think I do. Let's see, I have to leave at 8:30 if I want Dunkin', which is 20 minutes. I am going to finish the chapter that I'm on in Belladonna, and then we'll leave. Let's go read this. If you're looking for a update, because now I've had this for 2.5 weeks, we can chat about that later. I am not finding any issues with it. Let me just check my battery life actually. So I've been reading on it for a week and a half, and I charged it maybe the day I got it or the day after I got it. So, and it's on 72 now. But I also haven't read a lot on it. So take with that what you will. It was at 100, a week and a half later, or a week and like 2 days later, it's on 72. I don't see, like some people had said they lost their battery life in like 2 days. Maybe I haven't read enough for that to be the case. So I've been loving it. It's been great. Like I said, I have the hiccups now, of course. Haven't really faced any issues, and the yellowish coloring on the bottom, I must have just gotten a device that it wasn't crazy prominent, because I don't see it. Like I see it a little bit if I'm really looking for it, but I don't really see it, and it doesn't bother me. So here's your Kindle Colorsoft. I almost called it the Paperwhite. That's why I had to start over. The Kindle Colorsoft update. And of course I'll keep you guys posted on other updates and thoughts and all of the things on it. Alright, so I'm gonna keep yapping if I don't like actually get reading, so let's go read. I will see you guys later, hopefully with a reading update. Let's do something that makes us happy today and read. I am currently recording upside down. Like, my camera is upside down and y'all are looking at me right side up. That's so interesting. I set up a car mount, but I don't think it's like far enough away. Like, I don't want you guys to be focused. Wow, my hand looks so large. Like, I hope the camera is not focusing on the steering wheel. I hope it's focusing on me. I think this is pretty cool. I don't know if I'll keep the mount up at all times. I think I'll just break it out for car vlogging. Hopefully the sound quality is better because I'm not having you like on top of where all the rumbling is happening. Yeah, so this is kind of cool. It's a different angle. I don't know. When I go back and edit, I'm probably going to be like, no, this is terrible. But I think it looks cool for right now. I am going to do an Amazon return, and I am going to drop off the physical copy of Belladonna that I had at the library and go pick up a book that I've been waiting for that's on hold. I'm still not feeling great. I do think this is just going to be a case of seasonal allergies at its finest because I'm feeling better as the day goes on. It's just annoying. You know when it's like you feel something coming on, but that's all it ends up being is you just feeling it come on, so you feel a little crummy, and then it doesn't like get better or worse. It's kind of like what I'm dealing with right now. So let's go to the library, and then I have to do a little bit of research on SD cards because for church we're looking to make reels out of like the sermon and worship, so we have to use an extra camera, which is my camera, and we need to record for long periods of time. So I need to find an SD card that allows us to record for like an hour and a half at a time, because the one SD card that I have right now that I've been using for me and Bethany's podcast only lets us record for a half hour, but I think it's a smaller SD card. I don't think it's 128 gigabytes. I think it's like 64 or 32. So maybe a longer SD card, like a bigger SD card, would help. That's what I'm thinking. So I have some research to do today. And I have to look at some programs for editing, for video editing, like CapCut Pro and some other stuff. So we had some research to do today, but I also really just want to like veg because your girl does not feel well. So I'm trying not to do too much. Like, I'm doing stuff to feel good and to feel productive, but I don't want to do too much where I just feel worse. So let's go to the library, do something that makes us feel good. I think I'm gonna make a coffee when I get home. I did get Dunkin' earlier, but I just need like a little something. So I think coffee's gonna be good. So let's go. I decided that I am DNFing all the colors of the dark. I'm 73% in, And it pains me to DNF at this point because I know at the beginning of the week I was so stubborn and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna finish it. I want to see what the hype's about. I'm bored. This is a long book. Normally I don't mind a long book. Normally I could do a long book. But when a book is marketed, I just got so distracted. When a book is marketed and people say like, oh, it's a psychological thriller, it's a mystery, I'm expecting medium to fast paced. I don't really care about all of the fluff and the back end of like the people's lives. I mean, I do care, but I don't. There's nothing going on in this book. There's like no plot. There is plot, but it's 600 pages, 700 pages worth? No. Thriller should not be that long. I will petition that. Thriller should not be that long. If a thriller's that long, it better be some like serial killer mystery nonsense to hold my attention. It's just too much. So I'm DNFing it, but I'm counting it as a book read because 73% at however 600 plus pages, that's a good chunk that I read and listened to. And yeah, I'm counting it as a book read. So kind of annoyed that this book was a Read with Jenna pick, that gets so much hype. Like, maybe it's just my experience with the audiobook. Maybe if I actually like eyeball read it, I would have enjoyed it more. I don't know. I'm typically one that audiobook versus physical book, it doesn't bother me. I don't really care what format I consume it in as long as I consume it. But man, no. Just no. I'm over it. Also, this parking lot's really frustrating that I'm in right now. So I'm kind of just like talking to you all and stalling because I don't want to move this car and sit in traffic to get out of a shopping center. But in better news, I did just pick up The God of the Woods. This is supposedly a thriller too. Paula Hawkins endorsed it. And I did like The Girl on the Train. I thought it was good. So I'm hoping this one's good. Oh my goodness, it's due on the 23rd. I'm gonna have to finish this one soon. Okay, so the little blurb on the top says, when a teenager vanishes from her Adirondack summer camp, two worlds collide. Alright. I can justify that. This is probably also like 500 pages. Guys, like, why are we writing such long thrillers all of a sudden? 476 pages. Alright. We're gonna give this one a go. I'm gonna have to prioritize it on my TBR now, since it's due on the 23rd all of a sudden. I guess because it's new. It's a 2-week loan. So now that I'm DNFing all the colors of the dark, I need another audiobook to listen to before I lose my marbles. So that was funny. My parents were gonna come do an Amazon return, and I literally was like, don't come in here. So yes, we just got off the phone with my mother. Alright, let's try to get out of this parking lot, because otherwise I'm just gonna keep yapping and stalling. I don't even remember what I was saying when she called me, so it was probably in the middle of a thought, as per usual. Oh, audiobook. That's what I was looking for. I need another audiobook to listen to. Do I download the audiobook of Belladonna? No, because I'm on a library kick. I'm not buying books that I get from the library just yet. Let's see, Libby. I could start this month's book club pick. I could start, I could start Intermezzo. I could start Blue Sisters. I could start Mistborn. That one, I have to see if that's actually the book that I should start with. Let's start Intermezzo, finally. Let's just start it. Hopefully this Sally Rooney book is for me, because Normal People was like a 3 stars, 3.5. So I hope this one's good. Let's go. Hi friends, it's Monday, and as I was editing this video, I realized I never created an outro. So here's your outro that was supposed to be filmed on Saturday, but here we are now. If you guys enjoyed this video, I know it was more of a chatty kind of video, not really much of a doing kind of video just with how last week went for me. That's kind of how it felt. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. I know I say this every single week and it's probably like a broken record at this point. I have this really big goal of getting to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. I know I've been saying like by the end of the year, but I think it's doable sooner, so I'm just gonna keep saying it until I hit 1,000, and then whatever the next goal is, that'll be the next goal. That's gonna be it for this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.